Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Football Fever. I'm Bennett Wise. The postseason continues in Indiana for most classes and begins for others tonight.
I'm Leo Goldman. Bennett, the playoffs kicking off in Michigan as well. Nothing better than opening night. And our coverage tonight will feature games in several divisions north of the state line. But we got to begin in Indiana and in the largest class, Class 6A.
Yeah, the Penn Kingsmen rolled through the NIC this year, pitching 5 shutouts over its final 6 games. And tonight, the Wild Bunch starts its postseason run. And why not do so with a familiar NIC foe in Elkhart? The Kingsmen beat the Lions 21-zip in Week 5. First quarter already up 7 and driving again. Jake Bayless punches it in from a few yards, and it's early 14-0 Penn. Now ensuing Elkhart possession, Quinn Ross going to take a shot downfield, but here come the Wild Bunch. Vincent Homer picks it off, and Penn's offense going to go right back to work. Nolan McCullough, he'll drop back to pass. He's looking deep. Kellen Watson hauling it in for the 39-yard pickup, leading into the second quarter, and Penn's right on the doorstep. McCullough sneaks it in. Leo, no tush-push needed on this one.
It looks a lot like it.
Penn completes its 4th straight shutout, 35-0, advancing to next week's sectional championship.
Warsaw hosting Fort Wayne Carroll in the other semifinal. First play from scrimmage. Folks, this is how you make a great first impression. Eric Pohl with the interception, scooping it up off the ground, a shoestring catch, and we're headed the other way. A few plays later, it's Drew Sullivan taking the handoff and going all the way to break the scoreless tie. 7-zip Warsaw, the Tigers, and Bart Curtis topping last year's 6A runner-up, winning 34-17 over Carroll.
Bart ball at its finest. They had a drive go the entire quarter.
That was
awesome.
Bart
5A, Concord heading to School Field against South Bend Adams. First play from scrimmage. Minutemen out of the Wildcat, and they have trouble with the snap. Adams recovers deep in Concord territory. They would only muster a field goal. Now, after a slow start, the Minutemen turning to Jerron Thomas. 25-yard run sets up the 1-yard touchdown here, and it's 7-3 Concord. And they're going to ride Thomas the rest of the way. Here's a 5-yard punch out, giving an early cushion in the second quarter. Thomas rushes for 4 touchdowns as Concord moves on to the sectional championship, 49-10 over South Bend Adams.
Have a day. They will play the winner of Mishawaka and Goshen. First quarter, no score yet. Brady Fisher, though, he likes his own number, and he's going to call it right here, taking it into the end zone for the game's first score. Cavemen lead 7-0. And on the ensuing drive for Goshen, the Mishawaka defense showing out as well. Trey Thomas with the pick, and he's got reservations for 6. Cavemen take a 14-0 lead. Mishawaka rolling past Goshen 48-14 tonight.
Also in 5A, you're looking at the correct score, 6-5, Michigan City over LaPorte. Elijah Collins had the lone touchdown of the game for Michigan City. They'll have
not
Valpo.
Baseball.
It's not baseball. They'll have Valpo for the championship next week. Moving now to Class 4A. It delivered a couple of really big surprises last Friday. 1-8 Wawasee knocked off 8-1 South Bend Riley to advance to tonight's semifinals, Leo.
Yeah, and if you like surprises, we got a little more for you. On the other side of the bracket, South Bend Washington overcoming a 2-touchdown deficit. They were down 14-0 right out of the gate, but they did not give up as they beat Plymouth 43-28.
And Washington's reward, the game tonight at Andrews Field against the Panthers, hoping to make a deep postseason run. Now, after Northwood blocked a punt, giving them the ball in the red zone, that's Owen Rader. Josiah Edmond, the catch on the toe tap for the Michigan commit to make it 7-0 Black Crunch. Now, they're going to get the ball back right again, and Owen Rader going to his other weapon. That's Nitro Tuggle across the middle for the second touchdown to make it 14-0. It's a Panther-on-Panther crime. Northwood on top, 56-14 over South Bend, Washington.
Nitro Tuggle with a little slam dunk at the end of that one, too. They get the winner of Wawasee and Northridge, picking things up in the second quarter, 35-0. Braden Clark handing off to Travis Hankey, and it's 42-0 Northridge. Just before halftime now, Clark dump pass to Derek Sherwood, and Sherwood would take it the rest of the way. Makes a couple of guys miss, finding his way to pay dirt and pay day. 49 points for Northridge in the first half. Raiders win 49-20.
Tell you what, Sherwood and McLean Miller, it's a great 1-2 punch as we go elsewhere in Class 4A. Sectional 17, Culver Academy hosting Highland tonight. All right, everybody get settled in on the opening kickoff. Well, Tay Rodriguez, he'll take it back for the Eagles, has the blockers, and he has a one-way ticket to the residence. 94 yards, and Culver Academy out of the gate firing, and they're getting the ball right back on their first offensive possession. There that man goes, mama. That is Tay Rodriguez again, 65 yards, free real estate, and 6 points. An electric start leads to a massive victory for Culver Academy. They knock off Highland 46-13. And elsewhere in 4A, New Prairie beats Kankakee Valley 28-21 in overtime. So it'll be New Prairie and Culver Academy for the sectional crown next week.
As we move to Class 3A, Glenn beating Fairfield 25-8. Knox taking down West Noble in a barn burner 15-13. Glenn and Knox facing off next Friday.
So that wraps up classes 6A through 3A, but we've still got 2 more classes to get to. We'll check out classes 2A and 1A in just a few minutes. Plus, rivals square off in a playoff repeat along the shoreline. We'll head to Michigan for opening night of the postseason when Friday Night Football Fever. Welcome back to Friday Night Football Fever. Our coverage of the Indiana sectionals continues in Class 2A, Leo.
And that's where we find Bremen. They earned a spot in tonight's semifinals with a 42-7 win over Hammond Knoll. And tonight, the Lions get a home game. Nothing like the home cooking in the playoffs against Wheeler.
Yeah, Bremen entering tonight 5-5 overall against 6-3 Wheeler. And the Bearcats up 6-3 in the second. And Caleb Klimzak finds Connor Welch on the big pickup, but Bremen standing tall. They're just forcing a field goal to make it 9-3. Now next drive for the Lions. They're deep into their own territory. Silas Laydig, short little screen play. Tyrus Graverson, yards after catch. Yak up the wazoo. He's off to the races. 78 yards on the touchdown for the Lions to put them ahead 10-9, and they're going to maintain that advantage the rest of the way, hanging on to beat Wheeler 21-18. So Bremen will get LaVille in the sectional final. The Lancers hammered Whiting 50-0. The Lions and Lancers, they played a close one back in week 1. That was won by LaVille by a total of 7 points. Now in Class 1A, sectional 41, Triton visiting Culver. Early first quarter, the Cavs backed up. Here come the Trojans. Jaden Overmeyer forces the strip sack. Asai Lemler pounces on for the defensive touchdown, and Triton leads 7-0. Later in the frame, Trojans on offense just beyond midfield, and look at Overmeyer go, shooting up the sideline. That's a long touchdown run to make it a 2-score game. Triton rolling tonight, 56-0 over Culver. They're heading to the sectional final. And also in Class 1A, North Judson beats South Newton 42-0. So we are set up between North Judson and Triton for the sectional 41 championship next week. Also, one more score for you in Class 2A. Rochester fell to Lafayette Catholic Central 28-22. Now, sectional championships are next Friday night in all 6 classes. Meanwhile, the playoffs begin tonight in Michigan.
And 8 area schools qualifying for the postseason this year, spanning across 4 divisions. But Bennett, there's nobody, perhaps nobody, we should say, in the area that appears more primed for a deep run than those Niles Vikings.
Now, the Vikings, they have it all. Big play offense, dominant defense, and after an 8-1 regular season, loads of confidence entering the night. Now, Niles took care of Vicksburg by 50 in the regular season, and the Vikings already up 28-3 at the half and open the door in the third quarter. Sam Rucker wide open off the arm of Talon Brawley. It's an 85-yard pitch and catch. That's a finalist for the highlight of the night, and Niles jumps ahead 35-3. Now just 2 minutes later, the Vikings going back at it. Julian Means, Llewellyn, see you later. He'll go 68 yards to extend the lead. Niles riding the ship into the district final, 42-10. A fantastic season continues for Scott Shaw and company.
They will face the winner of Paw Paw and Edwardsburg. The Eddies defense came to play. Paw Paw on the pitch, but we got to hold everything because the ball is loose. Braden Lundgren falls on it, and Edwardsburg takes over. And usually when they get good field position like that, they're going to take advantage. So big surprise, they did. Grant Griffin punching it in, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Eddies. But back come the Red Wolves. Gunnar Goodell deep downfield to Troy Vandenberg. The 31-yard strike ties the game at 7. Edwardsburg's season will come to a close as Paw Paw wins 16-7.
In Division 3, the War by the Shore Part 2. St. Joe won the regular season meeting 35-0. They're on their heels to start as Matt Vaughn from Lakeshore hits Caden Griffiths in stride for the 35-yard pickup. The Lancers moving into the red zone. Then Vaughn on the QB keeper breaks a tackle, finds Pater. Lakeshore holds off a late St. Joe push to win the rematch in the War by the Shore 20-15. They're advancing to the district final against Parma Western next week.
All right, Buchanan taking on Kalamazoo Hackett. Can they hack it? First quarter, hack it inside the 5, and they will cash in on the opportunity. Sam Finley breaks the pylon and breaks the scoreless tie. To the second quarter, Jake Franklin dropping back, rolling out. He's got Kyle Lewis-Shadler. Juggles, but holds on and takes the hit. Still makes the catch, holds on for the touchdown. Buchanan wins 29-21.
In Division 5, Benton Harbor falls to Grand Rapids Catholic 42-6. Berrien Springs gets the best of South Haven 42-22. So the Shamrocks will get Grand Rapids Catholic in the district championship. And in Division 6, Olivet will travel to Constantine tomorrow. That is a 1 p.m. kickoff.
I'm Pete Byrne for WSBT-22 News. For more local high school sports stories, like and subscribe to the WSBT-22 YouTube page. Thanks for watching.